Hi again. Okay, here comes my review of Here Comes the Devil, which I just got home from. Oh, I wish I had better news. Like I said, every once in a while, I get really excited about something and I end up disappointed. And this was the case with this film. Although it wasn't a bad film by any means, very stylish, very edgy, that's for sure. It just didn't meet my expectations. I was expecting more. I was expecting something different, I guess. Um, the description in the Tiff program book sounded so creepy and so scary and so paranormal, which I really love movies about that kind of thing. This was more. Boy, I guess suspense, mystery, thriller. Um, it just didn't work for me. I don't know why. And what's weird is my husband liked it, and he hates horror films. He usually hates everything. There's very few that he likes. But this one he liked, and I was expecting him to despise it because I was disappointed. So I was shocked when he told me that he liked it. But anyway, let me give you a brief rundown about the plot. Young couple and their kids are, they're on a road trip somewhere in Mexico, and the kids want to. Oh God, this is so like, oh jeez, okay. The girl, the daughter of the two kids, the older one, she's like 12 or 13. She gets her first period while they're on this excursion. So her mother has to go and get her some, pads and clean her up and say, don't worry, this is perfectly normal, blah, blah, blah. The father tells the younger brother, don't worry, this is perfectly normal. This is what happens to women when they get to be a certain age, blah, blah, blah. And then after this, they want to go hiking in this, there's like a big rocky hill nearby. And the kids want to go, so the mother lets them go. Be back in an hour and a half. Here's my watch. Make sure you're back on time. Well, the kids don't come back. And I should also say that the opening scene in this movie was these two women having sex to this really loud, crashing, punky rock music. And that really took me aback because I wasn't expecting sex in this movie at all, but actually there was quite a bit of sex in this movie. Sex played a pretty large role in this movie. Not so much in terms of them showing sex, but as sex being kind of like an undertone through the whole thing. Because there's sort of inferences that afterwards, when the kids, okay, I should say, that after the kids go missing, they're gone for like, a night, and then in the morning they just show up. The cops bring them back to the parents. They just showed up out of nowhere. And they come back and they're all like, spaced out and lifeless, don't really say much. They're just kind of, walking around looking dazed or looking out of it. And so there's inferences later on that the two of them are having some incestuous, sex or whatever, because the parents leave them with the babysitter and go off and they murder this guy who they think abused. It's so like it's crazy. The plot is crazy. Like the mother suspects that the girl was molested because when they get the kids back after they've been missing, she takes her daughter to the doctor, and the doctor tells her, well, your daughter doesn't have a hymen, but that could be because, she was just born that way, or just from like normal activity, or it could mean something else. So she assumes, of course, that she was abused while they were, missing. And she saw this creepy guy outside the gas station who they think is the one who molested her. So they leave the kids with a babysitter, her and the husband, and they go and do this guy in this really violent, ultra-violent scene, which I had to chuckle at because it was so over the top. They just like totally demolished this guy. But anyway, there was really only one kind of like really scary scene that creeped me out. I guess the reason I'm disappointed is because I thought it was going to be more of like a paranormal thing. Like when I read the description in the Tiff book, it said, you know, these kids go missing and they come back and they're different. They're all like weird, and weird things start happening. But you know, not, you know, like very little happened. Like, you know, like the lights would go on and off, and they'd hear weird noises and shit like that. But other than that, other than in this one scene where like a lot of stuff kind of happens, that was it. And you know, that's the kind of thing that I dig, you know, and all this weird stuff happens and all these like weird little things go on. I was looking forward to something like that. But it just wasn't happening. And you know, the mother in this movie, she's always like, you know, she's always like trying to figure out what's going on. She's going here, she's going there. She ends up going to this hill to investigate. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody, you know, in case you do see, because I think this movie will come out. But you know, she finds something out, and she's always going back to tell her husband, listen, you know, she's always freaking out, and it just didn't work for me. I don't know why. I do not know why, but it just didn't have the right vibe for me, I guess. I don't know. But I was expecting a lot more from this. It's kind of inexplicable the way I feel. Like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't what I expected, and I guess that's why I'm disappointed. So I can't give this one a thumbs up. Like I said, I was surprised that my husband liked it, so I guess I'm sure other people liked it as well. The director was there. A couple of the actors in the movie were there. They were going to give a Q&A after, but we had to go because it was late. So we didn't stay for that. But no, here comes the devil. Here went the devil. Right out the door. I can't give this one a thumbs up. I'll give it one of these. I'll give it one of these because it definitely wasn't a bad movie. I mean, it was an intelligent film. I'll give it that. It was, you know, not trashy, not stupid. Not, you know, it was well made, and it was very stylish and very edgy and different, definitely different. But it just, I couldn't connect with this movie. I was expecting something else, and I was just left kind of a little bit perplexed by this one. So, unfortunately, I have to tell you that I was not thrilled with Here Comes the Devil. I was disappointed. So, anyway, tomorrow I'm going to have a busy day. I've got 3 movies tomorrow. So, I don't know when the hell I'm going to find time to upload these videos, but I'm sure I'll get around to it. So, anyways, and do the reviews, too, also. So, anyways, I'll be back with more Tiff 2012. Okay, bye.